You're watching Swipe. Coming up, we go on a tour to Tidworth.
Angela gets some extra pedal power with one of the latest electric bikes. I get kitted out with some high-tech accessories, Tour de France style. And we've got a preview of the hot new games coming up for release soon.
Hello and welcome to Swipe. The Tour de France is underway, so we thought we'd mark it with a special cycling-themed episode this week, which is why we've come here to this mountain bike park in the town of Tidworth in southeast England. And it also explains my outfit. I'm all set for later on, when I'll be getting a good look at some advanced road cycling techie accessories used by the actual Tour de France riders. But before then, Angela has been zipping around on an electric bicycle to see how they compare to regular mountain bikes.
Just how much of an advantage can e-bikes like this one bring you?
Well, firstly, they come with integrated motors, making the sport more accessible to those who may need a little pedal assist.
So what else sets them apart from conventional mountain bikes?
Inside of there is some very clever technology that just gives you a little bit more as you put a pedal stroke in. So there's no throttle to get you going. Every time you push down on the pedals, the bike actually gives you, 3, 4, 5, 10 pedal strokes more. So you've got 4 settings on the bike: Eco, Tour, Sport and Turbo, and each of those will give you a little bit more back from the pedal that you're putting in.
What setting should I have it on to go up this hill?
So always start in Eco, and as the hill gets a little bit steeper, you want to just push that setting up so you can move into Tour and then Sport. And if the hill gets really steep, push it into to Turbo mode.
Okay.
And that will give you the most out of the pedal assist, and the hill becomes tremendously easy.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in turbo mode now. Right, let's see. Oh, yeah, very little effort on my part to get up this hill. Okay, so that was in turbo mode and I really felt the difference. It was just literally doing all the work for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can feel the weight. It's very heavy, so I certainly wouldn't want to push this bike up a hill.
No, you would really struggle to push it up a hill. But in something, of this kind of gradient, you'd really need that turbo mode to get you to the top. Without a pedal assist bike, you'd probably struggle quite considerably. Most cyclists would.
E-bikes can also tell you your speed, distance and range, showing you how much battery life you've got left. This usually lasts about 20 miles, but these bikes do have drawbacks.
The main disadvantage is the weight. So we have a big battery here, we have a motor in the bottom, and those two things together add about 6 or 7 kilos to the weight of the bike. So that's about half as much again as a normal bike.
A basic e-bike is also more than double the price of a mid-range conventional mountain bike, which could be why they haven't really taken off in the UK. But government-funded loan schemes could help see that change, giving power to a new breed of cyclists. Angela Barnes, Sky News.
Stay with us, still to come. I'll be teaming my fetching road cycling outfit with some advanced rider accessories. That's to come right after a summary of this week's tech news.
2 takeaway companies are about to start using robots to deliver food. Just Eat and Pronto have partnered with Starship Technologies, which makes slow-moving automated vehicles, to start the trial in London. The delivery bots will be able to travel at speeds of up to 4 miles per hour and use GPS and cameras to find their way to your home. A NASA space probe successfully entered orbit around Jupiter this week. Juno arrived at the largest planet in the solar system after a 5-year, 1.7 billion mile journey from Earth. It'll now spend 20 months discovering what's under Jupiter's thick clouds, measuring water content, magnetic fields and searching for signs of a solid core. BMW is set to develop driverless car technology with Intel and computer vision firm Mobileye. The 3 companies will work together on the systems needed to make vehicles that can navigate and drive safely without humans behind the wheel. BMW says it hopes it can bring the cars into production by 2021. And a kite designer in Taiwan has been showing off his latest flying creation. It's a kite bike, if you hadn't already guessed, made of polyester panels to catch the wind and carbon beams for the structure. It's 200 centimetres high, and its creator, Feng Sang Huang, says it only weighs 0.8 kilograms. And in case you're wondering, he designed it for a children's folklore festival.
You're leaving me behind! No!
Stick around as we take to the high seas in our game's preview with Chris. But first,
let's talk accessories now, and not just any accessories, but some of the items that our expert here, Rosie, is about to show us are the same as the ones being used by the actual Tour de France riders, and you're about to kit me out with some bits.
Okay, so this is the one helmet from Volley. It's actually 4 helmets in one, which makes it really economical, which means you can use it as a road helmet, a mountain bike helmet, a commuter helmet, but you can also use it as an aero helmet. You can block up the helmets, which allows up the vents, which allows that air to go straight over rather than to circulate around, allowing you to cut it through.
Does it really make a difference to speed?
It does, yeah, because it allows you to cut through the air more efficiently rather than it circulating around and causing resistance that will slow you down.
Okay, what are these?
Okay, so these are the Oakley Jawbreaker Prism road glasses. You'll see those throughout the peloton as well on riders such as Mark Cavendish.
A funny purpley colour.
They are a funny purpley colour. So the lens is tuned to adapt to the colours of the road, which means that you can pick up on small contours, bits of debris, things like that, far more efficiently.
Does it really make a difference then in bright light to another normal pair of sunglasses?
If you're coming down the hill at a decent amount of speed, being reactive is really important.
I'm standing rather awkwardly, but that's because of the shoes I'm wearing.
Yeah, this is the S-Work 6 shoe from Specialized. They're designed for the ultimate in power transfer. So they've got a carbon sole and a really thin footbed, which means that you don't lose anything in the sole and it keeps your foot nice and stiff.
Can all of this kit make a difference to somebody who isn't a professional cyclist? They just want to go out for a little trip at the weekend.
With any kit, the more you invest, the better quality you tend to find that it is and the better performance it gives you. And at the end of the day, it's all about comfort and enjoyment and having fun. The more comfortable you are, the more fun you'll have.
Do you ever get to the point where you're getting a little bit bored of seeing manufacturer after manufacturer come out with the next best thing, claiming to be even better for the riders?
Every now and then somebody does come out with something new and really exciting, and it's the next step. And it's all about evolution and development, and you never know what's going to come next.
Rosie, thank you. All I need now is a team and a climb. Now, the summer's generally a mild time for new video games releases, but they are coming. So what's in store and will they be worth the wait? Here's Chris with a preview.
One Night Stand is a game made by just 2 people, and it deals with the idea of you wake up in the morning, you don't know where you are, and there's someone laying next to you. And from there on in, you decide what happens. And it's a wonderful little game. It's got beautiful sort of rotoscoped visuals, which is where, you draw over an actual film. And the fact that this is made by 2 people is amazing. You kind of get to go into the headspace of someone else, which is one of the amazing things that video games can do. They can actually put you in the position of someone else rather than like a film or a book where even then you're sort of leading by the author's own narrative. In a video game, you can kind of make the decisions yourself.
Hey girl.
In the little demo version they've made, there's like 6 endings or so. But the full game's coming out at some point this year, and there's going to be way more different endings. And all of this is just based on how you talk to the person. If you talk to the person, you could just get up and leave. Who knows? But it's an amazing, beautiful little game. You go on a website called itch.io. You can find it there, and you can download the thing for free. So check it out.
I don't think she's going to say yes. That doesn't look like a yes face.
Sea of Thieves is a game that I wasn't initially sold on the first time we saw it, which was last year at E3. It kind of just showed you a big open world, and it was kind of colourful, but yeah, it didn't have too much. But this time, when they showed you it, you're pirates in a big open world, and you kind of just do what you want. They showed people playing it, which made a huge difference. So you had like 3 different teams of people, and it showed them all figuring out how to pilot their ship, and they have to work together. Like you have to do the sails and all that stuff, and just watching these people delight in figuring out how to use their boat. Then as they get sailing, realizing, oh, there's other teams in other boats. Should we attack them? Yeah, why not? It'll be fun. And then their boat leaking and trying to patch it up, and it looked crazy fun. Like you can imagine playing it with a bunch of friends online and being like, yeah, we've got our boat and we pilot it and we go around, and the world's really colourful and beautiful, which is sort of something that Rare was known for, and I can't wait now. Looks fun. I want to play it with friends, and that should be out next year. Detroit is a game made by Auteur, which is a really fancy name that lots of us like to use, but it just means guy that comes up with the whole idea. You already knew that, don't know why I'm telling you. David Cage and his team Quantic Dream, who are best known for the game Heavy Rain. This is a sort of Blade Runner type story, which is androids existing in the future, and do people trust androids, and there's people that don't like androids. Most of the time he's got a story to tell, but the most recent trailer we saw at E3
Please, you gotta save my little girl.
showed an android detective and the amount of different things that your decisions could lead to were crazy. It really felt like it was delivering on the promise that he made ages ago, which was you're not going to have the same story as anyone else, and your decisions are really going to matter the more you play the game. And it just looks nice. I mean, I don't know at what point we'll get used to the idea that these new consoles look amazing, but 2 or 3 years in, I still haven't. It looks stunning, so I can't wait to play it.
Well, that's it for this week. Take a good look at Sky News on mobile, tablet, catch-up, Sky Q and Snapchat for all the latest tech stories. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.